Hello everyone and welcome to episode 64 of my Guild Wars 2 Let's Play series, where we were recently exploring the world of Tyria on our human guardian, where we map completed Sparkfly Finn, and today I want to go ahead and swap over to our Charr Thief because I want to take a look at a brand new zone in Ascalon, where we left off on this character here in the Blaze Ridge Steppes, where we map completed this map, and I want to go over to the next map right over here, Iron Marches, which is a level 50 to 60 zone, and this zone has multiple entrances to it, but it has two main entrances that we could go through. One here at the Ascalon City Ruins, which we explored a long time ago, we can go in through here, and one all the way up here where we logged out last time. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just run through this entrance and we can explore the southern end of the Iron Marches and just work our way up north, which will probably finish off this map in the next episode, where I hope everyone is having a fantastic day or evening, whatever time it is for you. And let's go ahead and get started with this map by talking to this scout.
We've got one job. Make a road from the Black Citadel to the front lines. Instead, we got a mess on our hands. The forest is haunted, and the clearing teams are, well, spooked. Separatists are hiding in the hills, waging hit-and-run campaigns against us. Finally, that huge wall the humans built centuries ago needs to come down. But their ghosts are doing everything to stop that.
So let's go ahead and begin our adventures with completing some different tasks around here. And Iron Marches is kind of an interesting zone because it feels like there's not a whole lot of stuff going on in this area of the road.
How wonderful. You sweet, innocent children have come to play at my home.
We're not sweet. We're ferocious warriors. Rawr.
Oh yes, I can see that. Come closer, my little champion. I have something for you. It's a warrior's prize, worthy of your courage.
A present?
I want one.
What is it? An unbreakable shield? Is it a flaming sword like Tribune Brimstone's?
It's something even better, little ones. For your bravery, I reward you with
Endless torment!
But there's actually quite a bit of fun stuff going on in this zone, just like in this event chain right here with one Bria, which is a really fun character that I like a lot, that I made an individual story video like completely dedicated to her just because of how much that I enjoy this character. And she is a really cool character because, as we'll learn in like just a moment, as we can learn from around the road here, Bria is an Ascalonian ghost, but she is able to remember her past, and she is like aware of the cycle that she's in, and she is a very powerful necromancer. But she's like the only ghost that is capable of kind of like breaking free from the full fire, where she's still a ghost and she'll still like rematerialize, but she's like fully aware of like everything that is going on, which is really interesting because she is the only example of an Ascalonian ghost like that. And on top of it all, in life she was a very sadistic and powerful necromancer, and now we can see that she is still the same. So let's go ahead and free these cubs that are just playing in the woods here, because this entire area just has a bunch of char around it. But we also have Bria's cottage right here, which is a really cool building that I like a lot, and it's just a really interesting area with like a cool forest, and it's like all like spooky and whatnot, so it has some pretty good vibes. Bria is walking around this area. We're going to have to take care of her at some point. And then we should be able to fight Bria.
plenty to keep me occupied.
So let's come into here, where we are going to have a boss fight that's actually like decently challenging.
What happened? She gone?
Gone? My cubs are still gone. I want them back.
Bria, release the children. Do not condemn them for your own purposes.
The children are mine now. Claim them, and I will consume your old dusty souls as well.
So here's Bria, and this is going to be a basic necromancer fight. So let's go ahead, try to dodge what we can, stun break. Let's come over here and use our ultimate, which should break any of her like projectiles, but she didn't shoot any projectiles at us. And we did just level up to level 54, which is convenient because we explored Bria's manor, evaded that blast. There we go. Let's try. Oh, so much damage. She keeps stunning me, which is annoying. Let's kill the Shadow Fiend here. And with him dead, we can go ahead and continue the fight here. Get a nice backstab. There we go. That's quite a bit of damage there. Let's try to phase her again at 33% health or whatever. Guess I can deal with the ghostly spider as well. And there's Bria, so let's go ahead and finish her off. She's at 44% health, and our ultimate dealt quite a bit of damage to her. I keep like locking myself into the Heartseeker animation, and then I keep getting like stunned by her. Looks like we have another phase here, so let's go ahead and deal with the next Shadow Fiend. But we were making some good progress on this task, so I'm not really complaining about having more stuff to kill. I wish once we kill Bria, we should probably be able to finish the task with that event completion. So Shadow Fiend. Okay, let's look out for Bria. There she is. She's at 100% health again, so it looks like we have to bring her down back to 0% health. There I go, I evaded it that time. Let's get our elite going, quite a bit of damage. She hasn't teleported again. It is kind of weird that she went back to 100% health. I don't think she normally does that. Oh, I was like teleporting to her and she teleported right before I did it, so I just instantly went to her. And there we go.
Ghost of a necromancer? I didn't know that was possible.
Bria was no ordinary necromancer. Even Adelbern's curse couldn't bind her for long.
The foe fire? If she was a ghost of Ascalon, doesn't that mean she will reappear?
Yes, and in time she will regain all of her strength and abilities, even as a ghost.
Great. Let's get out of here before that happens.
Indeed, and urge your young not to play in these woods any longer.
And there's that event completed with that task completed and a guild bounty running off in the background there. So let's go ahead, accept this and accept our level up reward, which I'm going to go ahead and pick the strength booster, I guess. I don't think it really matters too much for what I'm wanting to do with this account. But now that if we look at the map here, we can go ahead and begin exploring this area. So I might go ahead and just loop back down this way, and we can go ahead and just complete all of this. So let's go ahead and head into these ruins here, which I believe are the ruins of Sirmia or Dressir, however you pronounce it, which is like one or the other is one of the big cities in Ascalon in the original Guild Wars, and it's just a really cool area. But let's go ahead and continue along this way. I think it's Sirmia. I think Dressir is further north. But we got to that point of interest and we explored this area where we do have a town with a waypoint right here. So let's go ahead and grab this waypoint, which it looks like this is kind of just like a basic lumber mill at this waypoint called Warhound Village, which is fun. And I think there's going to be a gate nowhere there. So let's go ahead and come into the hills, and I'm going to look at my map again where we have this task right over here. So let's go ahead and help deal with some separatists, where we can go ahead and get a Warhound, and we can go ahead and bring the hound to sniff out the separatists. where this is actually a really cool area, and I might go ahead and explore it for a moment after this Warhound does some stuff. So let's make a little bit of progress here, and then let's take some time to explore. This is our elite here. We can just blow these two up. That's quite a bit of damage there. Our Warhound is still going at it. Let's go ahead and check our mail, because if we come down here a ways, we have our first birthday gift for this character, which is fun, which I've already gone over the first birthday gift, so we can go ahead and just double click it here, and we got yet another mini Queen Jenna, which is not really important for us, but we also got an experience scroll and a birthday booster, which maybe let's go ahead and pop the birthday booster so we get some extra experience as we do some tasks in this area. Okay, the Warhound is going back that way, so let's go ahead and take a moment just to explore this area, because I might make some more task progress as I do this, where we do have this area right down here, but I want to go ahead and I'm trying to remember this area. I think we want to come north up here, because if we drop down into here, we can see that there are some old Ascalonian ruins with a ton of separatists, and I think there are a couple of important things we can go ahead and gather in this area, and we are making task progress from this too, which is nice. So let's go ahead and just finish up the task this way. Here we got a scale right there that we can kill, and a lot more separatists where they have a ton of bombs, so it seems like they're planning some sort of like explosive, devastating blow against the Charr. But let's sneak through this way, where we have a mastery point, which I'm just going to double check. If you come into our achievements page here and come into the general tab and scroll down here to mastery insights, yes, we have gotten 3 mastery insights so far, 1 in the Drilltown Cliffs, 1 in the Bloodtide Coast, and 1 in Harathi Hinterlands, where we have 6 more, 1 of which is here in the Sunken Halls of Clarent. So let's go ahead, commune with this mastery insight, and mastery points are going to be important for us once we reach level 80, so we're just going to hold on to that for now, and we can go ahead and continue exploring this area, where it's like a really cool like catacomb crypt like area, and it's just very, very cool vibes. But I don't think there's anything else too important in this area actually, other than it just being really cool and having the mastery insight and a few different things we could pick up if we wanted to. We're almost complete with the task here. This is a very nice steal ability, so let's go ahead and just use our elite, which is very similar on this Stormcaller right here. We can go ahead and finish that task, and I guess I'll escape this way through this water passage where we came in on the other side through the ruins, but I want to go ahead and swim across this lake where there's actually a rich platinum vein right there, which I'm kind of tempted to get, except we have all these shadow skilk right here, and I actually don't have an elite skill underwater, so maybe I should come into my training menu here, and let's see what would be a good one. Probably the venom would work underwater, so let's go ahead and get that, where we learned Devourer Venom, which will immobilize our foes, and then we learned Basilisk Venom, which is a very, very fun elite skill because it'll just stun your enemy for 1.5 seconds, but I think you can apply it twice. So if you hit an enemy twice, it'll stun them for 3 seconds. I think that's how it works. But we'll just go ahead and leave that there, where we are swimming through Bloodfin Lake, and we can go ahead and come up to the shore here because we have a really, really cool bridge right here. And there is an event that we can do as well, but I'm just going to ignore that for now, for it's a very beautiful day here in Iron Marches. And of course, we have the Great Northern Wall, which from our point of view is actually south of us now, because we are kind of like in the same area of Ascalon as we were in Diasa Plateau, where we went north of the wall and we are exploring up here, where we started south of the wall in the plains of Ashford. But let's go ahead, come over here and grab this waypoint, where we have a very interesting task here, where there are a ton of Ascalonian ghosts around here, but there's a fun mechanic where we can go ahead and go up and down the wall, and we can find rubble, I believe, or cannonballs. Let's go ahead and find one. Oh wait, okay, no, it starts all the way back here. That's why I was confused. Let's go ahead and grab this live cannonball, and then we can shoot it through the cannon, and we can see it hit the cannon right there, and there's going to be rubble that should fall right there. We got a chunk of wall. Let's go ahead and deal with this peasant trying to repair the wall really quickly. And we can go ahead and kill him, and then we can take a chunk of wall because we are trying to destroy the Great Northern Wall because we no longer want it here in Ascalon because we want to build our own Charr things in this region of the world. But the Ascalon ghosts are trying to maintain the wall, so we can go ahead, blow up a tiny chunk of it, carry it all the way over here, and we can go ahead and throw it into the lake. And slowly but surely, the Charr will one day demolish this entire wall by basically doing what we're doing right now, or maybe they'll invent some larger explosive that they can control and destroy the wall with. But we also got this point of interest right here for Herdsman Bastion, and we leveled up, so let's go ahead and pick a new level up reward where this looks much better than what we currently have equipped. So let's go ahead and equip that, close that, and let's go ahead and fight some more ghosts. We can go ahead and throw it in the shallow water here as well, which will count. Let's go ahead and kill these three. There's another player over here doing the task with us as well. This task is actually a little lengthy compared to a lot of the other ones in the game. There's a ton of chunks of wall right here. Let's go ahead and just throw them all into the water and we might be able to complete this task here. There we go, task complete. Guess I'll just throw that one in as well. And let's go ahead and come over here where we can go ahead and talk to the scout really quickly, and then let's go explore the other entrance to this map that we could have gone through via the Plains of Ashford. So let's go ahead and explore this little bit of a Flame Legion area, which the Flame Legion are an enemy that we are going to be interacting with a lot in this map. So we'll get ready to fight a ton of these Sorcerer's Charr, and let's go ahead, jump over here, and we have another really cool bridge right here that leads to a very pretty area and a scout.
Between you and me, it's a mess out here. Our own Centurion Truthbringer is stuck in the canyons, trying and failing to root out the Flame Legion in there. Those smoke lickers are making fools of us at every turn. Lately, they've been breaking our containment perimeters and sneaking into the ruins of Old Pygon Square. Rumor has it, those fools think they can summon ghosts and use them to flank our northern defenses. As I said, it's a mess.
So let's go ahead and continue along the shoreline here, where we can go ahead and come grab this hero challenge, and then we can go do those two tasks over there. Whereas you come around right here, we have a Syrian Cauldron. The point of interest, the Cauldron of Syrian. Over 2 centuries ago, this massive iron cauldron was used by the Charr to ignite the Syrian, a destructive wave that decimated their human foe. Through cold and silent, the relic's power still abides. Which this is such a cool location. And this hero challenge, fun fact, is the buggiest hero challenge in the game, where it continuously breaks where you can't commune with it, but fortunately for us it is not broken right now, so that is kind of a miracle. But this is such a really cool area that is the cauldron, where I think there's like multiple cauldrons that the Charr used, but this is like the primary cauldron that the Charr used to basically destroy Ascalon at the very beginning of the Prophecies campaign, which is the first campaign in Guild Wars 2. So it's like the first major lore event in the entire Guild Wars universe was kind of like this cauldron being used to launch the Syrian against humanity. But coming over here, let's go ahead and explore this town, where we can go back this way, where we can see the map portal to the Plains of Ashford. But I'm not going to go through that because we don't have any reason to go to the Plains of Ashford at this moment in time. But we can get Dewclaw Waypoint, where there is a point of interest over here, which if I were to guess is the village of Dewclaw or whatever, which is kind of a fun name since it is like a Charr camp right here on the edge of a like big lake or river or whatever. Oh yeah, Bloodfen Lake, Ironhead Lake. So I guess a couple of different lakes right there. I'll keep that in mind for a future top 10 lakes video. But let's go ahead, come up here where we have a vista that we can go ahead and take a look at. Tell me it's not just me, but looking at this building, it kind of looks like a dog, or like basically any animal right here, where you got the body and then the head and then like a nose or whatever and then like a tail right here. That's I don't think that's intentional at all, but that's what I'm seeing out of that building, which is kind of weird. But let's go ahead, come this way where we can go ahead and explore this task here, which is going to be our first big interaction with the Flame Legion, where we have a ton of Flame Legion, as I said, alongside the Ascalonian ghosts that we were fighting earlier and some separatists that we were fighting earlier. So these are the three main enemies, where we just have this basic task right here to kill a ton of the Flame Legion. I'll go ahead and finish off the work that this player started to get a bit of bonus task progress there. And let's go ahead and come into here, where we can work our way through this area, where I believe the only map completion objective we have to get is this vista. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get to that. Uh-oh. We're getting attacked by all these flame turrets. Let's try to kill this brazier. I don't think we're going to be able to rally off of it, but maybe we will. We're going to be able to down it at least, so we'll probably get a little bit of task progress there. Maybe if you come here and then try to oh no, we got blasted there. So I guess we'll have to return to Duglaw waypoint and then run back this way. Here's this flame turret. Let's go ahead and get some vengeance here. These flame turrets are actually very powerful, and I'm struggling a little bit against them. So let's go ahead and try to kill the stalker. Let's try to heal. Oh, okay. Okay, stalker dead. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead, run down here and take a look at this vista. Very cool vista, but let's go ahead and run straight this way. Let's come to the middle here. I kind of cheated because I used the raptor there. Which I'm like trying to not use the raptor too much, but I do unlock it at this point in the game anyway, so I guess it's fine. Even though the raptor didn't originally exist during when this map was like current content. But let's go ahead, come down this way where we can just drop right there, where we have completed this task. And let's go ahead and go over here to Pike Square, which is a really fun area because this is a location in the original Guild Wars, just like a lot of the places around here in like the Plains of Ashford and the Blizzard Steppes and whatnot, where this is actually kind of like one of the areas where I was playing way back in the day in 2012, 2013, and 2014, and like the first 3 years of me playing Guild Wars 2, when I was kind of learning a lot about Guild Wars 2 and a lot about the Guild Wars universe. And in 2014 I began playing the original Guild Wars like 2 years after I started playing Guild Wars 2, and I kind of started exploring the world, and I started realizing about like the different connections between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. And Pike Square is a location that you come to in Guild Wars 1, and I just have like a very vivid memory of me being like, I know this place in Guild Wars 2, and then I remember coming here in Guild Wars 2 while having my Guild Wars 1 game open and kind of just like comparing everything to each other. We can go ahead and kill some Flame Legion around here, and then we can go ahead and pick up some Rebel here, where we can go ahead and get a specific item. Your search has yielded an old torch. Despite its age, it still looks as if it can hold a flame. It was probably looted from a nearby tomb. It seems right to return it to its proper place, where we can come to these places, and where here lies Artus Underfist, no fool could stand before his might. So this is a little bit of a riddle. So we need to come to each of the tombs. Fastest blade, that kind of sounds like a dagger, but this is not a dagger. Let's go ahead, come over here. I just want to go ahead and throw that on the ground to put some dots on the enemy there. This looks like a hammer. Bash your face in. If you come over here, we have no longer readable. Examine the tomb more carefully. There's no need to investigate this one. I'll take it from here. Okay, let's come over to this one. This looks like the torch one. And there we go. We have restored the tome of Bowman Westkeeper, which I believe is a character from the original Guild Wars, but I don't remember completely. Okay, we got a mace here. So if we come over here, maybe the mace goes there, which, yes, it is. We got, oh, a Flame Legion Stalker. That's not a weapon. And we leveled up to level 56, which is fun. So let's go ahead, grab that. And let's go ahead and search this. An old dagger, which, is it the one over here? Let's look. Fastest blade, throw the dagger in there. And here's a rubble up here, which we can go ahead and maybe get. Maybe it's just a little too far away. Rubble here, and we got a great sword, which I don't think we've seen anything yet. And then a mighty swordsman, so maybe right there. The sword is just above the grave. That's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and collect this rubble. A rusty sword with a sharp blade. Which would it go here? No, it's not. And we just angered this ghost. That makes sense since it was like two different like types of weapons. I suppose this person wouldn't want both. Let's just go ahead, clear out our inventory, which is a disaster, absolute disaster. I'm gonna go ahead and try to deep clean this in between Let's Play episodes. But we got another Warhammer. Okay, so we have the mace one over there, which like I think I would also put the Warhammer at. Maybe this one. Oh, there we go. Task complete. So let's go ahead and accept that. And those are the two tasks in this area of the road complete, which we have now completed the entire southern 1/3 of the Iron Marches. So we have made good progress here. Right, let's go ahead and chat with this scout where we can learn about where to go to next. Ellie Scale Snout.
These hills aren't lush enough for cattle, but they're perfect for raising devourers. We've also opened up an old mine, which proves to be both a great source of ore and an outlet for prison labor. But this will all mean nothing if we can't stop Flame Legion from blocking the roads we use to supply the front lines.
So we have a very cool area in front of us here with 3 different tasks that we can complete. But I'm going to go ahead and do something a little bit different, because anyone who knows me and anyone who's been watching this Let's Play series knows that I love jumping puzzles. And there's a jumping puzzle nearby. However, I always forget how to get into this jumping puzzle, and I'm definitely burdened by like 2024 Guild Wars 2 brain, where you can just use a sky scale. But there is a jumping puzzle which has an entrance somewhere right here, which I believe is just like right up there. So let's go ahead, take some time to explore around this area. And if I'm just getting lost over and over, let's go ahead and just maybe Google the entrance. So this is too far this way. So I think we need to go way further north and then you run down, if I recall correctly. But the entrance is like right there, if I recall correctly, where there's some rock dogs right there. And let's go ahead and continue this way. Which maybe I'm giving up really early. Okay, apparently it was a lot more simple than I thought, and I guess we do come this way, so we just need to run up here, it looks like. And then we come right here, and I guess the entrance is literally right here, right next to the waypoint. But we have some diving goggles here, so let's go ahead and equip that and dive down here, which we have this hole here, and there is no way out. So, or at least I don't think there is. So let's go ahead and swim through here, where this is a jumping puzzle that is relatively simple and is one that I actually like a lot, and it's in a very beautiful, beautiful area. So let's go ahead, swim up here, where we have the opening up here into a crystal cavern, where we have an injured inquest researcher right here. Wait, I'm no threat to you. I'm all that's left of my crew, and I'm trapped down here, same as you. Who says I'm trapped? If you're here, you're trapped. Unless you can get to the gate there on the last platform. My leg is broken, so there's no way I can make it, but if your timing is good, you might stand a chance. All I have to do is jump from pillar to pillar. It's that simple. Oh, one tiny caveat. See those chaos rifts all through the cavern? Avoid those. They wreak havoc with reality. You might find yourself affected if one of those hits you. Chaos rifts. There was an explosion at the Thomanova reactor at Metrica province. Some of the crystals used at that site came from excavations here. Now these crystals are exhibiting a twinning effect. It's a twinning effect. These crystals are creating a sympathetic metamorphic reaction, attracting the chaos rifts from Metrica province here. Nasty bits of business, that twinning effect. Chaos rifts or no, I'm getting out of here. So we just have a really, really beautiful crystal cave right here with some gorgeous crystals and a really fun area with a few different enemies around here. And we have a bunch of pillars. Where this is pretty simple, so let's go ahead and just begin jumping through here. But if we fall, we're going to have to go ahead and get back to the beginning. But also, as we get hit by these rifts, we will go ahead and get different buffs or debuffs, where we got lightning speed, which basically increases our movement speed, which you think might be a good thing, but it's potentially bad because you might like overdo our jump, where we just got farsighted. Your perception has been altered. Everything looks so far away. Let's go ahead and continue up here, around here, and then over here. Wish we just got transformed into an Etten. We feel enormous and we are massive, and just got way down. We feel slower. Let's try to drop down here perhaps. But one of these rocks, and I think it's the one two in front of us, if we fall we can actually just jump straight up here. So basically everything I did right now is kind of worthless, and we can just start from right here. But let's go ahead and continue jumping this way, where the slowdown is actually not too bad. And I think the rifts are on certain ones, so it's going, oh, we're attacked by the crate, which is bad actually. So I think the rift, yes, appears on there, and there's going to be one on here. And well, let's go ahead and check which one of these rocks it is we can go on. Is it this one? There we go, right up there. And we also lost our debuff, which is nice. Go ahead, go up here. So it looks like this one right here is the one. So I'm just go past that, go past this one really quickly. And went twice. I think we got the movement speed buff. And let's go. Oh, we just became small. And we are approaching the end, so let's be really careful here. Just go across right there, go around that crystal. Only a few more jumps, so if, just as long as I don't mess that up. Get right here. Okay, there's one right there. And we got transformed snake-sized. We were very, very tiny. And a grand chest, where we just got the achievement for Chaos Crystal Cavern, the name of this jumping puzzle. And then, of course, as promised, is this Asura gate, which we can go ahead and go through, step into the gate, and it is going to take us somewhere into the Iron Marches, and it is over this lake that we were exploring earlier. So we just dropped down right here, and we got some sharks and fish. But it's kind of fun that it just drops you like in the air over this lake, and it's really fun whenever this jumping puzzle is actually the daily, because a ton of people will be doing this jumping puzzle, and you could basically just sit right here and you'll see a ton of people just falling over and over and over again. So it's kind of just a fun sight. But let's go ahead, continue back this way, where we could waypoint back to Old Pike and the ruins right here and continue our adventures, where we have a bit of a devourer farm here that we can go ahead and help out with. So let's go ahead and collect some eggs, and I think there are some Flame Legion thieves here that we can go ahead and defeat, and we can return the eggs back towards the nests. There's also the snack rack here that we can go ahead and feed to the queen, I believe, and then we can go ahead and pick up this egg, and let's bring it here. Or do we kill the nest? Oh, there we go. Oh, we just angered the Devourer Queen. Or we can bring the eggs back over here. So let's go ahead and chat with you. Found these eggs. Another egg thief here that we can go ahead and deal with. And we can go ahead and just check out what this person is selling. Wish they are selling pairs, so maybe we can just buy 50 there, and we have completed this task. So let's go ahead and continue forward, where we have a waypoint and a point of interest right here. So let's go ahead and grab these, where we have these Ascalonian ruins right here that the Flame Legion are held out in, and there's really nothing to do here. I believe it might be a story area, but Vermin's Folly got that point of interest. So let's go ahead and escape out of this area, where I think there's also a task that happens there, and we have Scout Renfire right there. And let's go ahead and come into this town here, which I think is like one of the biggest towns here in this entire map, a village of Scale Catch Waypoint, where there is an event going on right here that we could do if we wanted to. But let's go ahead and just continue out this way, where we have a task right here that we can go ahead and complete. Which this task is actually a really interesting one, because it kind of brings forth a little bit of like an ethical dilemma in Guild Wars 2, where it's like not really anything like too big, but it's just like something interesting to think about, where we have this area in here with a bunch of Charr prisoners, so Charr that like did something wrong in Charr society, and they are being punished, where we can go ahead and motivate them by whipping them, which is kind of an interesting concept for a task, which, you know, it's like something that exists in a fantasy world, but a lot of people don't enjoy doing this because of kind of like the connotation. but we can also mine alongside them, and we can get some ore where the guards throw the ore into the smelting furnace, and I think we can do that as well. So let's go ahead and throw this in here, and we made some progress. So I think those are basically like the 3 big things we can do, so let's go ahead and just continue doing that. Where we have completed this task, so let's go ahead and run through this mine area, where it is actually a decently cool looking mine, but I guess we can actually jump up here, I think, or go around here. I think this might lead somewhere. I know there's like an entrance this way if I recall correctly. Let's just go up this entire tower, which I guess there's not an entrance. That's awkward. That's very awkward. But that's a really cool area up there as well. Let's go ahead and come back out this way through the entrance that we came in from. And I really thought there was another one on the northern side, but let's go ahead, continue this way, where we can go ahead and head to the next task. Where we have this really cool Charr tank right here on the other side of the mine, which looks like it's hollow inside of it. Whatever, it's like not a tank, but it's like a troop movement thing or something. I don't know. Anyways, we have a ton of dead people over here, so maybe this would go begin rezzing them. Where we also have some lava elementals, and we just have a line of Iron Legion machine gunners, where there are a ton of Flame Legion over there. So let's begin rezzing all of them, and we can put the Iron Legion banners back up. We could also go over there and deal with the Flame Legion shrines, but let's go ahead and just res a few more allies right here. Let's go ahead and switch from the defensive to the offensive and come over here and deal with some of these Flame Legion shrines, where there are going to be some Flame Legion defending them as we try to break them. And there's also a Dole that got caught in the crossfire here, so I guess we can go ahead and deal with her, and another one, which is unfortunate. Another Flame Legion shrine here. Let's go ahead and deal with this one. And no Flame Legion came out to defend it, but if we come over here, if we jump up this way, where there's a launch pad right here that would take us way over that way, but let's come up here where we can climb there, and then climb around this way. We need a jump. And we have an Imp Power Essence up here, so let's go ahead and investigate this. Say we're not scared and we have an Imp here, Ember Claws. Go ahead and just open up with our elite ability and demolish the Imps. Wow, this is such a powerful elite ability in like the lower levels of the game. Go ahead and finish that one off, and there we go. Hero Challenge earned. But let's go ahead, drop down this way where we need to deal with like one more shrine, it looks like. But there we go, task complete, and we also leveled up, which looks like we have a few enemies here that we're going to have to end up fighting. Some wolves and some does that are fighting each other, it looks like. And let's go ahead and finish off the shaman, and then whatever mess we got going on right here, which we are about to gain like another bar of experience right there, which is fun. And my inventory, my poor inventory. Wish maybe I should pop this experience booster, just get it out. And let's go ahead, grab our rewards here, and our level up reward, which is a light crafting bag. And now we can go ahead and talk to the scout, but I think I want to go do something else really quickly, which now that I think about it, I might go ahead and call the episode good in this area of the road, but I just want to take a quick excursion this way to the Nemus Grove, because I noticed something in Diasa Plateau that I missed while I was exploring this map earlier, so I thought I would just take a moment to come explore it here, which is an area of the road that doesn't have any map completion objectives, but it is an area of the road nonetheless. The Holy Stone Caves, where there are some grubs and some graws in here, so it looks like we have completed this area and gotten everything that there is to get here, which is just the map uncovered here. So we have a nice little area right along here on the eastern side of Diasa Plateau, which if I come into my general tree and my exploration tree down here to Ascalon Explorer, we have all these different areas in these different maps where I have explored everything that we have been to thus far in Ascalon, where we have the Iron Marches and some of the final map, Fireheart Rise, which we have not been to yet. But let's go ahead and return to the Iron Marches, where we can go to Sleek Fur encampment. And actually we cannot, we got sent to the waypoint right here, so let's go ahead and run back that way. And I'll probably go ahead and just spend some time talking to the merchants here and trying to clean up my inventory a little bit, so next episode we have a nice clean inventory for us to use. But I'm going to go ahead and call this episode good here, where we explored 45% of the Iron Marches, including a jumping puzzle and a fun event in this area of the world, and we came back to the Ascalon Plateau to get the Holy Stone Caves, which is fun. So I think that is a good episode there, where next episode we can go ahead and continue our explorations of the Iron Marches and get 100% map completion in this zone, where we have 5 more tasks left to complete, but a lot of vistas and hero challenges and whatnot. And we have a cool secret that I really want to explore in the next episode. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this, and I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves. Remember, as always, to drink some water, check your posture, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in the world of Tyria. Goodbye.